Hello everyone, and welcome to a special audition stream of Kathy Rain, the director's cut. Kathy Rain has been on the list of things that I've been looking forward to trying for quite a long time, and when we looked at playing it, oh gosh, maybe about a year ago or so, it was sometime shortly after they had announced that there would be a director's cut of the game, so we decided to shelve it until this came out. Came out earlier this year, being 2021. Aside from the things that I've just said, I know only that it is sort of pixel arty and also a detective story, so let's jump in and give it a shot. Click a new game here.
Hey, you.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh, God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So, I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Wait, hear me out! So, I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and...
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Let's see. So she seems to get on well enough with Eileen. She's not feeling real well, so let's do a little bit more sort of disaffected. I haven't seen him since I was a kid a lifetime ago.
I haven't seen him since I was a kid a lifetime ago. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well, anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night, Kathy.
Carolina, how are the audio levels? Is everything sounding okay so far?
Oh, God, make it stop.
All right, left mouse button to walk and interact with objects. I think step one, make it stop.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later. E. I'm so getting a new roommate.
Hello to Drienne.
Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
Carolina says, if music develops, it may be a tad loud, but it's okay for now. Okay, yeah, let us know.
I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first, and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
I wonder if I'm supposed to be able to like make out what the poster is. So sometimes a game in this will have like a button to highlight selectable objects. I don't see that so far. Tab does nothing. Alt, Control, Shift. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
Okay, Titanic. So if that's Titanic, this is a pixel art representation of something. I just don't recognize it. Person against a giant heart, Adam Sandler, maybe?
I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever.
All right, well, that sounds like that movie about the dog that keeps coming back to life.
Eileen makes her bed with surgical precision. Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Mildred. Oh my God, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
Okay, so that's how I learned that right-clicking skips dialogue.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Although that time... Wait, why did it give us different dialogue last time? Anyway, whatever.
Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy. Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood and contempt for humanity check.
Does she have an eyebrow piercing? It looks like she does, but with pixel art it can be tough to tell.
We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
Hello to Borlak, who says, what nonsense are you playing now? This is Kathy Rain. It is a detective adventure story, and right now we're just getting accustomed to Kathy's room, where she stays with her roommate, Eileen. I assume this is college.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Set alarm clock for Kathy. Can't have her miss the funeral. Honestly, she can believe in what she wants as long as she doesn't try to shove it down my throat. Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of. Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes. I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is, not a geek. Our room phone. It's got an external line.
Hello to Blah Blah Blah.
Right now.
You're coming in right at the beginning of Kathy Rain. We're just investigating her room. We just looked at Eileen's side of the room. Now we're going to go back to Kathy's.
One of my favorite horror movies.
Oh boy, I was not going to pull The Thing off of that collection of pixels, so I'm glad that she identified it. Also, on her side, it's like the door's been ripped off and stuff, yeah? She sort of doesn't keep her side of the room quite so well.
My electric guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Helped me get rid of my last two roommates. Pulp Fiction. Love that flick.
Okay.
Just some random band poster. Messy. Just the way I like it.
Alright, I don't see anything else. We can't search under the bed. The Dreamcatcher here in the foreground, and that feels like it's everything in the room. So, let's see if we can leave. Oh wait, do I have to click on that? Because it's not a load screen. Yeah, let's go to the cemetery.
Ugh, just my luck.
Do you know why I pulled you over, ma'am?
Let's see. You need directions to the nearest... No, let's not do that. It's got to be to compliment me on my driving. That ticket quote of yours wasn't going to fill itself. See, again, the third option feels like the thing she'd be most likely to say. This is needlessly antagonistic, whereas this is at least challenging of authority without being outright insulting. Yeah. That ticket quote of yours isn't going to fill itself.
That ticket quota of yours wasn't going to fill itself?
Trying to be a smartass, ma'am? Nobody likes a smartass. Do you know how fast you were going?
Yes.
And?
Yes, sir?
A smartass playing dumb. Aren't you just a perfect blend of obnoxious?
I guess so. Look, I'm really sorry, officer. I'm in a huge hurry to this thing, and the road has been empty for miles. You know how it is.
Well, what I do know is that the speed limit here is 65. I clocked you at 77. You're getting a ticket.
Oh, to the movies? I prefer horror flicks.
Regular comedian, huh? Don't quit your day job.
And hello to Jab. Jab, this is Kathy Rain, which you're catching us right at the very beginning. Kathy just got word from her roommate that her grandfather, I think it's her grandfather, has passed away, so we are coming to the cemetery to attend the funeral. And that's the entire story so far.
Well, here we are after a 40-minute drive and a harebrained speeding ticket.
God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule.
All right. Don't see anything to interact with here so far.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
Oh, whoops.
No time for that now.
Okay.
I'm late for the funeral.
I guess she was busy smoking when I was clicking around, but she really wants to go to the funeral.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. In sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so that they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
I assume this is Grandma.
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anna? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit.
So if Kathy's mom took her away... Oh, I do have stuff in here. A stun gun. Let's not use that on her. And a Zippo lighter. Let's look in the
I'll
notebook.
write down clues in this as I find them.
Okay.
NZ 500 self-defense stun gun. My smoke's about a half a pack. Started when I was 12 and never looked back. Pretty much the only thing keeping me sane. My trusty Zippo. The only thing my deadbeat dad left me. There's a crude inscription, BH, which is a mystery to me.
Huh. So, what I was going to say is that if Kathy's mom took her away and at that point lost contact with the Rains, does that mean that her father, like this is Kathy's father's mother? Sure, Elizabeth Parker. I bet we'll have to come back here at some point and look at some of these tombstones.
A family mausoleum. It says price. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
So our options are, and what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones? Or, you're not familiar with the concept of a lost cause, are you? Or, no sin, but what am I supposed to do for fun? Gosh, I'm partial to the first one. I'm trying to think of what Kathy might say. I'm gonna go with the first one, I think. Yeah, because I don't like the idea of Kathy being like, I don't know if this is supposed to be ironic, but it comes all across as too self-deprecating. Oh, I'm worthless. And I don't really like that. And then again, how she was with the cop. No, we're gonna go with the first one.
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones?
I simply meant that we are all sinful creatures, child. I hope to see you at the church.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
Blah 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 is saying that he often carries around a notepad just in case he wants to write down clues. And then Drian is confirming that they do actually carry around a pad of paper and something to write with. So does Mia, for what it's worth. Oh wait, bike selection? Ooh, we get to unlock different bikes. How about we, like, my personal goal will be to get at least 3 bikes. I don't think I will do it. I'm never good at finding those collectibles. All right, let's go visit the Rains. Or the Rain.
Grandma, anybody home?
All right. I really would want to announce myself more than that.
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window. Nice black leather coat, right up my alley.
I will say that I frequently take notes in my phone. Like, I'll open up like the text messaging app and I'll type something out but not send it if I need to make a note of
A
something.
mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds.
I'm worried that she's going to try to go through the door, so I want to look around first.
Fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff.
No, let's not go upstairs.
Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not. A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed.
Carolina says, being clueless, I have no need to write down clues. And also, blah, 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 saying, how did she get in? Even if the door was unlocked, you can't just open the front door. I don't know, like, if the door is unlocked in America, yeah, you could just, like, hit the little key, the release lever and come right in. I'm not sure that I would, especially since she's a stranger here.
It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner.
Maybe not a stranger, but
A small table lamp.
an unfamiliar visitor for sure. All right, I don't know. I don't have anybody to
I don't have
call.
anything to search for yet.
Yeah. Okay, so we know we've got a phone that we could interact with.
An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Grandpa must have used it towards the end. Cute red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think. This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
Is Carolina still here? I'd like to know if there's something. Yeah, he's not Swedish, but I'd be very interested to know if he knows anything about, like, red horses being a Swedish thing. Okay, we can go upstairs into the living room. Let's go to the living room. I hope Grandma's not dead. That's really going to put a damper on this homecoming. Oh, there she is.
Hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come have a seat. We have so much to talk about. So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my second year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Oh, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon, then?
Tell the truth, wow, that you had her committed to a mental institution. Or avoid the subject, no reason to bring it up now. See, this is where I'm trying to work out if Sharon is her daughter or not. Because if so, it seems super important that she knows the truth. If this is Sharon's in-law, then I'd want to respect Sharon's privacy. Like, we're working on the assumption that Sharon is Kathy's mother, right? Okay. Here's the thing. Kathy's mom took her away, whether that was before or after Kathy's father took off. She cut ties with these people. That would lead me to believe, like, it's been, what'd they say, 10, 15 years? If we don't know what the nature of Sharon being in a mental institution is, but if Sharon's goal was to cut ties with these people, I'm not going to be the one to share her private information here, so we are not going to bring this up.
Mom's good. Yeah. She's kind of between jobs right now, but things are okay.
I'm glad to hear it. I was worried about how you two would cope in the city, considering Sharon's problems.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what?
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first, all dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word, forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
So the existence of a back button indicates to me that we're going to get to ask all of these, but nonetheless, let's focus on what we would think would be the most important thing, or at least the most relevant thing, which would be, to me, what did the doctors say?
What did the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Son of a...
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
Sorry, I did not mean to skip the dialogue there. I'm gonna back off the right mouse button because I keep hitting it accidentally. So, let's ask about possible Well, let's ask about the police.
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
Do you think it's going to be the same person who pulled her over?
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Interesting. I was sort of like thinking that it was like, hey, like grief counseling sort of stuff. But yeah, if he was actually proselytizing to like join the church. Bobby Blah is hoping that the reference earlier to like dealing with his demons means literal demons. That's one of the fun things about jumping into a game like this where like I know very little about. I do not know if this is a perfectly grounded mystery set in 1996, I think it said at the beginning, or if this has all sorts of like supernatural elements. It's fun not knowing these things. So apparently I can show her these things. Hey, Grandma, what do you think about my stun gun?
I don't want to show her that. She'll just start worrying about me.
Oh, then let's definitely show her the cigarettes.
I don't want to show her that. She'll just start worrying about me.
So here's something that she might actually say something about. The Zippo lighter is engraved with BH, and Kathy doesn't know what that means. So let's see if she has anything to say about that.
I don't want to show her that.
Oh, okay. Then we're done talking.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
I was just saying, like, in the world of pixel art, this is a really good chair.
Nice leather chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing. I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets. Expensive looking scotch. That thing has been standing there forever. Planes, planes, and more planes. Some woman dressed fancy. I'm not sure how I'm related to her, but she has my hair. That's my great-grandfather, Eric Wren. I never met him. They changed the spelling to Rain after he died, I think. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s.
Kathy has flexible rules about what she wants to walk up to examine.
Planes, planes, and more planes. Planes, planes...
Okay, got it. Oh, no, don't...
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Okay, sorry, Grandma.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Grandma has prepared some tea for us. A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it.
The bad things about books is that when you're not reading them or referencing them, you have to keep them someplace, and then God forbid you have to move.
an intricate toy airplane with moving parts. I remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them.
All right, see, this is why I'm glad. Well, I'm glad that for many reasons that Cara Luna's here, but Cara Luna is sharing that Ren, which I think is how Kathy pronounced it, REGN, is rain in Norwegian and probably in Swedish too.
A painting of a blue sky with clouds. Probably supposed to be a backdrop for those angels. Grandma always had a penchant for little angel figurines like these. I bet E would love them.
Oh, I bet that's Eileen. Took me a second.
That's where the nice china is kept, only for special occasions. I have yet to see it outside the cabinet.
Okay, I think that's everything in the room, unless we can... Oh, window.
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window.
So I'm going to see if we can go upstairs. I've never seen... This is by... what's the timer on this episode so far? 35 minutes, the most that I've ever seen of Kathy Rain. But Mia played...
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
The second game from the same development team. It was called Whispers of a Machine. So I have seen that, at least a very, very large percentage of it. And I want to say that the developers are... They might be Norwegian? I'm not sure. Is it still raining outside? Yeah. This seems to be very uncomfortable. All right, let's go to the sheriff's station. Also, blah 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 says, that's why I brought a Kindle for Christmas. I just don't want 2 boxes of books next time I move. And then also expresses confusion, which I also have the special occasion china. Why is it a thing? Yeah, I don't know. Like, here's the set of, like, stuff that we'll only use in the event of, like, somebody really special comes over. It's like, boy, it's a lot of responsibility to store and keep that in good condition. All right.
Land of the free. A bunch of cops lining up for a photo. A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe.
What bum?
The one in the cell.
Oh, I thought it was with you.
Well, shit.
Oh well, back to my
A
paperwork.
medieval fortress near an ocean.
Okay.
Various notices and a wanted poster.
Jab was saying everybody had good china and a china cabinet to keep it in. Yeah, my parents, when I was growing up, they made the decision that, like, they were gonna use the nice china all of the time. For me, I'm like, I'm perfectly comfortable. Oh, he just closed the little blind thing. I don't have a paper plate. Like the quality of the utensils or the plate is kind of secondary to the quality of the food to me. Sorry, I'm looking at things before I...
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Fax machines. The pinnacle of modern technology.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel lunch today.
Again? Oh, man.
Your motivation shouldn't be limited by your growling stomach, Lenny.
If you say so, boss.
Kirillun is confirming the developers of this are Swedish.
Hey, do you mind if I use this phone here?
Sorry, that's not allowed.
Okay, we should probably talk to young cop.
Hi.
Hello.
Do I have to commit a crime to get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Ma'am, I'm really quite busy at the moment. Hey, wait. I know you.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yes, I do. You're Kathy. Kathy Rain.
My reputation precedes me, in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
I don't get the sense that Kathy would pretend to recognize him.
I'm drawing a blank.
Really? You don't remember us playing when we were little kids?
Not really. Sorry, buddy.
Darn. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, what can I do for you today?
Especially when dealing with a cop, even one who's like an old childhood friend. It seems to me like you want to establish honesty straight up, because I don't want to have to deal with his suspicions.
I wanted to ask if you know anything about my grandfather's accident.
I really don't know much beyond the rumors. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff then.
Sure thing. His office is to your right.
Wow, just get waved in.
What's your opinion on this church?
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest seemed odd. Kinda pushy.
Yeah, I get your point. But I know the guy. He's harmless.
If you say so. I don't want to show him that.
I don't think he's going to be interested in these things.
I don't want to show him that.
And I 100% would not show him the stun gun.
Yeah, that won't get me into trouble at all.
Hey, Lenny, check this out.
Well, gotta go.
Good luck. Oh, and have a complimentary cup of joe if you want.
Ah, maybe later. Thanks.
Sure thing. See ya.
Kathy, being offered a cup of joe is like being asked if you're a god. You say yes.
Just your standard coffee maker. What should I do with it?
I can think of one thing. Oh, wait. So sorry, I'm not going to do that. How do I not do that? Oh. Okay. I'm glad I didn't put the coffee on the files. We are here to get information, not to get into the cell, at least not yet. So I'm not going to put the coffee on the
A
files.
potted plant. Looks a bit thirsty.
Oh, blah, blah, blah's asking a cup of joe. That would be sort of an Americanism for just a cup of coffee. Why is a cup of coffee called a cup of joe? Absolutely no idea. All right, I can look at the cups.
Coffee cups, both used and unused.
Okay, can I use the pot of coffee on the cups? On cups.
Nah, I'm good. Had a cup this morning.
Kathy, that was minutes ago. Okay. Kathy and I, we have some dissimilarities.
I guess somebody's a winner. Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see anything labeled as police reports, so those must be elsewhere. A photo of the sheriff shaking hands with some bald guy in a suit. Probably the mayor. It's always the mayor. Just some photo. Nothing special about it. A gold medal of some kind. Just some photo. Nothing. Just some photo.
Okay, this guy is going to get a little bit weirded out if I'm just sort of standing here lurking over his desk while he's trying to slam back all of the coffee in the
Oh
world.
crap, it's you again.
The smartass returns. You have some more crimes to confess?
Oh, you know, maybe a felony or two.
Wouldn't be surprised. Look, I'm busy here. What do you want?
I just have a few questions, that's all.
Fine. Go ahead.
Killian says, so I'm leaving the option open? Oh, 100%. I will douse those files in coffee if I need to get into the back room, because I think that's how you get into the jail cell, right? It's sort of like the secret knock. Go into a cop station, pour coffee all over their files, they will show you to the back room.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
He had a stroke in the woods, that's what happened.
If that's all there is, why would Sheriff Truman open an investigation?
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see. Did you know him at all?
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true usually are.
So can I see the police report?
Could I have a look at that report?
Absolutely not. They're official police documents.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
Well, we might as well start at the top.
Aw, come on, Sheriff. What's the big deal? It was a long time ago. It would make this girl very, very happy.
Are you trying to use flirtation on an officer of the law? Well, that sure may work on numbnuts like Lenny, but I got work to do.
Oh, got it. So we should just go talk to Lenny. Thanks, Sheriff. Also, Carolyn is saying, oddly, there doesn't seem to be an origin for the phrase Cup of Joe. A few theories, but nothing conclusive or likely. It's similar to, like, the actual origins of, like, saying okay. Like, how you doing? Okay. Hey, can you go take care of this? Okay. Yes, I will do that. As far as I've ever read, there's no consensus on how okay came to be, like, a phrase that means general agreement or well-being. But I'm family doesn't account for something.
But I'm family. Doesn't that count for something?
You consider yourself family? I've never even seen you before in this town.
It's complicated.
Guess what's complicated? Not to mention illegal. Handing out evidence to anyone who asks for it.
Lenny, a little help here? Don't you agree that he's taking by the book too far?
Well, boss, she is his granddaughter, really. I don't think it's any...
Don't you think I know that? There are rules. Am I the only one in here who cares about the law?
Too much coffee? Try not to pop a vein.
Do you want to see the inside of a cell?
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules like everyone else. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Fine.
Okay, so our next goal is to get to the police files, or sorry, that particular incident report, and how Kathy's going to find it, I can't guess now, but let's go talk to Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, I need to see the police report from '81 when my grandfather was found by the old sheriff.
We only keep reports filed after 1990 in here, so I'd have to go check the archives in the other room. If it was up to me, I'd be happy to go take a look, but you heard the sheriff before. I'm sorry, but I can't help you unless he approves it.
Fine. What's your opinion on
Oh,
this
did I already
church?
ask him about this? I think I did.
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest...
Okay.
Yeah.
If you say...
Um,
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
so he's not going to approve it.
Looks like talking isn't gonna help me get that report. I'll have to take matters into my own hands.
Lenny mentioned that the older police reports are kept in the room behind those doors.
Yes, he did.
A potted plant. Looks a bit thirsty.
So it feels like maybe use the coffee maker on the plant, except I cannot possibly... Oh, I bet if we dump all the coffee into the plant, then when he comes back to get more, he'll be mad and he'll say, "Oh, Lenny, go get me a coffee from Starbucks. That exists in 95, doesn't it?" 96, what number we are. Plant, use it. Where's the plant? All right.
All right, let's see how this plays out.
Lenny, quit loitering and make some goddamn coffee.
10-4, coming right up.
Oh, it better be.
If I ever feel the urge to clean, I'll know where to go. A jail cell. Looks cramped.
Yeah, most of them are. I'll just play Prison Architect someday. So I don't want to talk to the prisoner yet.
No wanted posters. I'm disappointed.
Thanks. That was getting annoying.
Oh man, okay.
Okay. These must be the archived police reports that Lenny was talking about. Time to start digging.
Maybe I should have talked to him. I just wanted to be quick.
Yes, found it. August 16th, 1981. Let's have a look.
Okay, 8/16/81. An individual was encountered on the side of the dirt road a few miles from Conwell Springs, blindly walking forward with his eyes wide open. The subject was identified as Joseph Rain. He did not respond when touched or spoken to. He appeared to be dirty from head to toe and wet up to his knees. Okay, wet up to his knees. He was wading through something. Mr. Rain was fiercely clutching a small tape recorder complete with tape. Being cooperative, he could be led into the squad car and transported back to town. Wait, that's 8/17. Yeah, so the next day, just maybe like an hour later, picked up Mrs. Rain and brought her along with Mr. Rain to the emergency room at the community clinic. 8/17, so a few hours later in the morning. Upon routine inspection of the patrol car, a tape recorder was found discarded in the back seat, filed as evidence in locker number 5. All right.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on that recorder. A computer monitor. Probably recovered stolen goods. There's no way small-town cops would be that up-to-date with the modern world. I already got the report.
Yeah, sorry. We already looked at that. Anything else? I see the lockers over here. I just want to look. Various tools.
Axe, a sledgehammer, and some other heavy tools.
Oh, use sledgehammer on the locker.
Brilliant idea to leave those lying around next to evidence lockers and locked cells.
A big red gas can with a hose. Somebody probably used that to siphon gas.
Okay, I want to see what Bum has to say before we go banging around in the lockers, because for all we know, he's going to yell for the cops.
Hey.
Hi there.
So, why'd they put you in that cell?
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal anything. I was just using my pockets to move the beer to the checkout.
That's the worst excuse I have ever heard.
For your information, I happen to have a deadly fear of shopping carts.
I take my last statement back. This excuse is even worse.
Hey, it wasn't your father who was killed by a shopping cart when you were 8.
I sure hope not.
To be fair, mine wasn't either. It was just Uncle Bob. But that doesn't mean it was any less traumatic, mind you. To this day, I still get nervous breakdowns in grocery stores.
I think I've heard enough, buddy.
You're right. We should stop before the flashbacks begin.
Kind of like him. Wait, distract Lenny? How would he distract Lenny such that I get into the locker?
You need to keep the blonde cop out there busy for a while.
I do?
$10 says you do.
I'd say my services in this matter are worth at least $20.
9.
15.
8.
Fine, 10.
7.
Deal.
Good.
So, what am I doing again?
Distract that young cop in the lobby. I don't care how you do it, as long as you keep him occupied for a while.
Okay then, let me know when.
Will do.
So does she pay in advance?
Okay, gotta go.
See ya!
Okay, if I was to guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be this one.
Locker number 5 is right there, but it requires a key.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we're gonna go out there. Lenny comes in here to talk to Bum, and then we can come up behind him with that taser and knock him out and take his keys.
Hey, the jail is off limits. You shouldn't be in there.
Oh, sorry. I just heard someone yelling. I think that guy in the cell needs some help.
Ah, what now?
Okay, I have to make this quick. Okay, let's find the key to locker number 5.
I'm keeping one eye on Sheriff over there.
Got it.
Okay, yep. Also, Butterfly's saying 24,000 people are injured by shopping carts every year. What are they doing? Like Jackass-style stunts? Hey, everyone, watch me. Oh, crud. So do I have to pour the coffee into the plant again? Probably. Oh, well, hold on. I'm over here. Do-do-do. Just thinking Kathy Rain thoughts. I don't have a second verse to that. Okay. Do it.
Time to waste more coffee, I guess.
Lenny, coffee.
Jeez Louise, already? I'll take care of it, boss.
His coffee, like the rate at which he consumes might be considered like silly, except I know a guy or knew a guy who, like, for real, like that guy on the Man Show slamming back beers. Okay, drag and drop inventory items to combine them with other things. Okay, so we're gonna find that key. Oh, the police report too. All right, let's use it. Oh, I was completely wrong about which locker it was. All right, so I should probably leave and look at this outside, I would think.
Hey.
Hi there.
Really? We don't... I thought we would have to pay him.
Okay, gotta go.
See ya.
Can I give him a smoke? Maybe he wants that.
I don't want to give any of my stuff to a criminal. I might not get it back.
Yeah, I probably
Now
wouldn't
that's just presumptuous.
He probably wouldn't give you back the cigarettes that he smoked. There's a weird, like, upside-down jack-o'-lantern up here, too. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe we're going to have to put the tape back for some reason. Let's see if we can interact with this. Play.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting close to finding the source. I have a promising new theory. It should be ready for a test soon.
Wait, I'm not even kidding. At what point in that did he say the word attic? I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, do I have to rewind it? That's a nice touch.
Note to self. Remember, I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. With Sharon, anyway.
Okay. See, that's why I'm not a good detective. Didn't pay any attention to the fact that he was in the attic. Jab is saying that he doubts that most of the... Oh, cool. He didn't notice this time. Most of the shopping cart injuries are not fatal, unless you ride one down the street. Yeah, like one of those San Francisco hills. I do not know how you would survive that. All right, bye, guys. I'm gonna go back to the attic.
Hey, Kathy, wait.
What?
Do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery. Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And then maybe we could eat the food together?
I gotta tell you, having a contact inside the sheriff's department might be real good. Like, whether or not he gives us things like keys and files, just having information could be extremely useful. So... Oh, wait, no. I didn't look at the options. My options are no, God no, absolutely not, or actually I'd rather eat a foot. Look, there's no need to be rude. We're just gonna say, no.
I'm really busy right now. Maybe later.
Oh, okay. See ya.
I was gonna be all about like, oh yeah, sure, we'll get together real soon, and then make real soon whenever Kathy needed something. So while we're on the road, Dren is saying, and I'll just read this out, I was a child, the cart was incorrectly made, the handle and seat too far back past the wheels. My probably older brother, was also a child, and while my mom was reading a label, He hung on to the handle and the cart tipped. My little hands were on the handle. As it hit the ground, we nearly lost, wow, several of my fingertips, Drienne. The fact that it was almost, hopefully everything was okay from what it sounds like. Okay, so I bet the attic is going to be back at the Rain residence. Now, I'm sort of operating by real world rules that I'd probably want to go talk to Grandma before I go rifling around in the attic. I wouldn't want her to be frightened and or to come up there with a shotgun to kill the raccoon she thinks is there, so...
Oh, hello, dear.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
Okay, that was actually the right thing to do.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
Grandma, you be careful on those stairs.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
So the light switch. Let's try the switch. Let's not be assuming.
Nothing. The bulb must be burned out.
Okay. Can I use my stun gun to create like sparks and see that way? We're not going to be able to read anything. Or click on anything. Yeah, we literally can't connect with anything up here. So let me just make sure that I don't have any good ideas here. Oh, the lighter.
My trusty Zippo. The only thing my deadbeat dad left me. There's a crude inscription, BH, which is a mystery to me.
A lighter would give us some light. No, not on downstairs. Just hold it up, Kathy. Alright, I don't... Use the lighter on the church brochure? Well, hey, can we make a little, like, a torch?
Huh. Not the worst idea, but I think I'll hold on to it for now.
I definitely don't want to burn the police report.
I shouldn't smoke indoors. Besides, the cigarette alone won't provide much light.
Yeah, no, you should, like, light the church brochure on fire.
I'm trying to cut down on the...
Okay. So, like, I'm probably, like, a regular person would go downstairs and just ask Grandma, like, hey, do you have, like, a replacement light bulb?
The bulb looks burned.
Okay, let me go ask Grandma. I don't know why we came up here if the bulb is burned out, but let's go ask her. Maybe she'll have a replacement that we can use. It's an adventure game, so I kind of feel like we're going to have to put the chewing gum on the rubber duck.
Oh, hello, dear.
And trap some neon gas in there and craft a new light bulb.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well.
The lights are out in the attic.
Oh, well, there should be a whole box of light bulbs around here somewhere.
Do you remember where?
Now, where did I put it? Oh, dear, I think it's in the attic.
That's just terrific.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, dear.
Okay, what if we figured it out by you handing me a flashlight? Like, that would be a pretty good way to figure it out.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
So, I guess I'll just go back upstairs into the attic and look around more carefully. Because I didn't see any way to interact with anything up there, but maybe it's just like a pixel hunt thing. Wasn't looking carefully enough. Alright. Don't see anything on the shelves. Back here, I don't know what this thing is at all. We got the light switch and the light bulb. I can't imagine that there's anything over back here. We've got something that looks like an old, like, radio over there. And then I can't interact with anything on the desk. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to go downstairs. Let me walk back here. Anything? No. Really feels like I could get a little bit of light.
My trusty Zippo.
Yeah.
My trusty... There's a...
Use...
Oh, I do enjoy...
Use Zippo lighter on environment. Just use it to light up a little something. Okay, the stun gun doesn't make any sense.
I shouldn't...
So here's what we know. Grandma specifically said that the...
Not now.
Sorry.
I don't have anything to say. What really happened to you that night, Grandpa?
Grandma specifically says that the box of light bulbs is upstairs in the attic.
Nothing. The bulb must be burned out.
Yep.
The bulb looks burned out.
I'll have to replace it.
Looks...
Okay, so we can't do anything else with that. Yeah, see, this is... Like, a regular person would say, hey, Grandma, do you have a flashlight? And if not that, then probably hold up the lighter to get a little bit of light, and then find the... Just make sure that I don't get any prompts if I put the lighter over things on downstairs. No, I don't want to do that.
I'm trying to cut down.
Yeah. We've already tried the pack of cigarettes. She said that wouldn't give off enough light. And the heavy implication is that I can't look at any of this stuff because it's too dark up here. This, yeah, welcome to adventure games.
It's the brochure that priest gave me at the... There's also an address at the bottom. Yeah, good old C.
I probably shouldn't have skipped all that, but I was just sort of glancing through it. Okay, well, we can read the police report from start to finish.
Not now.
Note to self, I've been working on my research. I just don't with Shat anyway. I have a...
Wait, so we skipped right past that. Hold on one second. He says something about 3 roses, 1 blue violet, and 2 yellow daisies or something.
Note to self, remember the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on... I just with Shat anyway. I have a...
Okay, so I can't make out any real colors up here. Is it... Like, I was thinking that maybe we had to get the light on before we could do something with that information, but maybe there's some thing to click on with those colors downstairs. We got a red horse, we got a red phone, yellow table lamp. Oh, hey, maybe I can grab the bulb out of the table lamp.
Free light bulb. Score.
There we go. Okay. Hello to Club. Jav says that he doesn't see very many tulips anymore. I think I know what a tulip looks like. I've never been good at different types of plants.
The bulb looks...
Okay. So, Club, you are seeing early game Kathy Rain, and we're learning how to replace a light bulb.
There we go.
Okay. Now, I did not get an old burned out bulb, so I guess we're not going to put that back in the lamp. Okay, let's go look at this teddy bear.
Mr. Bear! Oh, how did you get all the way up there? Good idea. You just keep watch. I'll do the searching.
Yeah, specifically, this is the director's cut of Kathy Rain that... Oh, that's a metal detector. I didn't know what that was. Which just came out earlier this year, 2021. This is a recent re-release of the original Kathy Rain.
An electronic metal detector. Kind of clunky for a person to lug around without a specific use for it.
Various books and office supplies. Nothing in particular catches the eye.
Sorry.
Decades-old coffee. Lovely.
We can't look at the post-its. There's a diagram.
It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it. An old typewriter covered in cobwebs. Just some old bills. Nothing interesting.
Boy, the poor spider that builds a spider web around it like a typewriter. Like, this is going to be a great idea And every other spider overlooked this sweet spot where all the flies are going to be.
A thick book about math.
Oh, okay, hold on. We got a math book. Oh, hey, look at this. We've got red, blue, and yellow. Okay, so what did it say? 3 red, 1 blue, and 2 yellow. Three, okay. 1 blue. Okay, so we're not doing anything in the book, but we're using this to get the information that we need. So, 3 red, I guess would be one of these, something in this column, but that's a random guess. The 1 blue would be just the number 1, it looks like, and then 2 yellow would be maybe the second digit of pi? Boy, that's a big guess. We don't even know what we would need that code for, but we've got the colored tabs, so we'll work forward from there.
A worn office chair on wheels. I'm feeling a sudden urge to do a race.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what she says about locked briefcase. But I bet that's where we need the code.
There has to be some way of figuring out the code. I'm sure both the math book and the first message on the tape have something to do with it.
Wow, that's an awfully specific hint. Thank you, Kathy. Sort of worked out that much myself. Blah, blah, blah votes to burn the math book. We'd certainly have enough light. It would take a while. Okay, so he said 3 roses, 1 blue violet, and 2 yellow things. Oh, and also, how many digits are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 digits altogether. Oh, and that's 3 red, 1 blue, and 2 yellow. So we need 3 digits off the first page, 1 off the second, off the blue page, and then 2 off the yellow. So let's go back. All right, so let's look at the book. So is it the first 3 digits then, do you think? 3 red? Okay, so that's 2, 3, 5, is my guess. Either that or 3, 11, 19. But let's go with 2, 3, 5. And then on the blue page, it'd be 1. And then on the yellow page, 3, 1, 4. All right, let's try 2, 3, 5, 1, 3. Wait, that's too many characters. How did I do this? Oh, 3, 1. Sorry, there's no 4 in there. Yeah, it's just the first 2. 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1. That's what we'll try.
Yes!
All right, briefcase get. Oh, come on, Kathy Rain, haven't you seen The Amazing Spider-Man? There's got to be more stuff in here. No? I can't click on anything else in here. We got the envelope, and that's all she cares about.
Let's see what's in here. There were 2 pictures, a newspaper clipping, a key, and a tape inside.
Oh, and a single copper penny, too, for some reason.
Jeez, we just got so much inventory. All right, we're going to back out of here then. Okay. Well, let's go through it in whatever order it's in here, which I guess is the... Let's put the microcassette into the tape player. Let's rewind it. Yeah, okay, and now play.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, Hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder who this Cocky is.
I'm gonna have to ask Grandma about that. All right. So, Charles said Erica had a little boy. Probably irrelevant, but Charles was at least contemporary with everything else that happened on there. Oh, like if we need to know what the date on all that was, we can probably find Charles's boy and find out what year he was born. Then we've got Cocky. And who do we think the middle woman was? Probably Kathy's mother, I would think, based on what she said. I hate you people, don't ever call.
Looks overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the picture is just bright white. There's probably some way to enhance this back at school. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I'm back. Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941. Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead near Conwell Lake. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this.
Inside a locked briefcase with the sound of a woman who's very upset at the family. Oh, and also, you know what? If that had been Kathy's mother, she would have said something about it. Wow, that's Mom's voice. So an unidentified woman said, "You make me sick. If you ever try to contact me again, I will call the police."
It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately.
It's the penny I found in the briefcase. Looks like it was minted the same year I was born.
Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there.
Oh, detergent.
An industrial-sized jug of detergent.
A worn office chair on wheels. I'm feeling a sudden urge to do a race.
All right, I feel like that's... Oh, wait, we didn't check the drawers. I wonder if the key goes into the drawers.
Empty. Empty.
And just for clarity, we do not have to click on every individual drawer, right? Just drawers?
I've already searched that.
Okay, good.
I've already...
Good. All right, so we're clear there. We looked through papers, pretty sure.
Just some old bills.
Yeah. All right.
An electronic metal detector.
I feel like that's everything. Okay, so let's go ask Grandma about Cocky.
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain.
Oh, you know what else we didn't find? A box of light bulbs. Grandma, you got some explaining to do.
Hello, dear.
I could have broken my neck up there. Or was that your plan all along?
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
Okay, on that topic.
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
So when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that terrible war, together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew. Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops, until he passed.
All right, so that clarifies who Charles was. Remember the voicemail from Charles? Charles was an old flight buddy of Granddad.
Do you know anything about a young girl drowning around here?
Oh, yes. It was the saddest thing. She was only 16. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember the name of the girl or her family?
I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's okay, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
It seems weird that the newspaper clipping wouldn't have the name of the family, but let's ask her about some of the other things that we found.
Does this coin mean anything to you, Grandma?
I'm afraid not, dear.
Here's the key.
Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I'm afraid not, dear.
Do you know anything about this story, Grandma?
Not much, dear. It was the saddest thing. We never really knew the family.
Do you remember their names?
I'm awfully sorry.
That's quite all right, Grandma.
Joseph was always deeply... In any case...
Okay, so that's just, if we show her the newspaper clipping, it's no different than clicking on the topic up here. So, hey, the photo soldiers, maybe she knows which one's cocky and which one's Charles. Or maybe Charles is cocky.
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years. This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
What can you tell me about Charles Wade?
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Not that I know of.
I can't imagine she'll know anything about the overexposed picture, but...
Grams, can you tell me anything about this picture?
It looks awfully bright. Perhaps something was wrong with the camera.
Yeah, maybe. I should try to figure something out tomorrow at the university.
Okay, we're going to show her a few things, but I don't think they're going to mean anything to her.
I found this book in the attic. Recognize it?
Oh, yes. I bought it for Joseph's birthday once. He was always fascinated by numbers. He believed that math could explain everything in this world.
He was a man of science. There's no denying that.
I want to see if we can play her the voicemails.
Hey, Grandma, do you recognize this tape recorder?
Oh, yes, Mr. Dicto. Joseph used to carry that thing with him everywhere. He could be absent-minded at times. It helped him remember things.
Hey, Grandma.
Oh, yeah, he could be...
Okay, I would try to drag it up to her. All right, so I can show her the police report.
I got the dictaphone already. I don't think there's anything else in there I need to mention to her.
All right, and then we already showed her everything else. So I feel like that's it, except maybe I want to look at the photographs to see if we can...
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Pair up anybody that she has. Like, she's got a photograph of Grandpa and a couple other people. Maybe their photos exist somewhere else over here, too?
Some woman dressed fan.
Nope.
Planes? That's my great-grandfather, Eric Wren. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Planes?
All right, that might be it. We already looked at the miniature plane. There's nothing new about that. Sideboard.
I used to love
All right. I feel like we've done everything that we can for today, and that we probably need to go look at that photograph. We're gonna find out if we click on the front door and Kathy says, "No, wait, there's something I haven't done." I can't escape the feeling that there's something else to do. Well, we don't have a go back to... what's it called option? Go back to school. So there is something else we have to do. Well, we'd go to the cemetery and see if there's like a Charles Wade around. Or, you know what? We could go to the sheriff's office and ask if they know where Charles Wade might be.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
I want to ask him about the drowned teen girl.
Hey, Lenny. Do you remember anything about a girl drowning around here?
Yeah, I remember my mom telling me about that. I was like 6 at the time, though.
Do you remember her name?
Oh, man. Not really. I was so little. I think it was something with an L. Linda? Laura? Something like that.
All right, I'll keep looking.
Sheriff might know something more.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
He's okay in my book. Invested a lot in the local community over the years. He's been a prominent figure in town for as long as I can remember.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Okay, I don't know why not, but... I can show him the key.
I probably shouldn't. He might ask where I got it from.
I got it from my grandfather's house. It's not a crime.
Hey, Lenny.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you...
Okay, that's just the same thing as talking to him about it.
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really. Sorry.
All right. He's not going to be able to do anything with the overexposed picture. I can't imagine that he cares about the math book. And showing him the things that we stole out of the evidence locker is not going to go real well. All right. Let me go ask Sheriff.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
I doubt he's going to answer any questions, but he might give us something about the drowned girl.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know anything about the drowning here in 1975? 16-year-old girl?
You have a memory problem? I told you I haven't been working here that long. Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Juvenile cases are a sensitive matter.
I wonder if we have to go back. I bet we have to go back and look at the police files again, maybe.
I don't need to ask him that. What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
There's a lot of people in town with their noses up that man's ass, that's for sure.
That's so? Care to elaborate?
Just another rich bastard doing what he does. They even renamed Main Street to Wade Street a few months back. What a goddamn joke.
I don't want to show him that. He's new in town. I don't think he knows those men. I probably shouldn't. Do you know anything?
You have a
Okay. Sorry, I keep clicking on that.
I don't want to show him.
Hey, Sheriff, what do you think of this penny? Okay, so let's see if we can get back into the back room
That's
and
all for
search the
now.
older police files again. Again, anything older than 1990 is... Now, he doesn't seem to be slamming back the coffee the way that he was, but we'll give it a shot. Hey, guy, what's new?
Hey.
Hi there.
Okay.
See ya.
Maybe there's something in here about that drowning. Nope. Looks like I'm gonna need her name.
Oh, no. I guess I could ask this guy. No, wait, I can't, because I just talked to him. I could maybe drag it onto him. Hey, guy, look at this newspaper clipping for me.
I don't want to give any of my stuff to a criminal.
Now that's just presumptuous.
Okay. Yeah, I've got no topics of conversation with him. So Grandma doesn't know anything about it, and the two people in the sheriff's office don't know anything about it. I feel like we gotta go check the cemetery next. Can I get
A
into...
large evidence locker. Probably for securing some of the bulkier things.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna leave that on. I just got an achievement named Aw, though. See any reason to be a jerk about it. So, like, Grandma did have like a big phone book, but I don't even have like I have a partial first name starts with L. Like, I'd have better success getting in touch with someone on the John Edwards show. So, let's go check the cemetery. Oh, hey, maybe the girl who drowned has a grave. She died in 1975. I think we learned that. Seems like a terribly inefficient way to find the name of somebody who killed. Just go check every grave in the cemetery. But it's an idea. And you know what? Let's check the most prominent thing here, which is the mausoleum. Maybe it'll...
Family mausoleum. It says Price. No reason to go in there.
Okay. Maybe she'd look at it and see, like, Sorry, I was distracted by Catmobile. I thought that maybe she'd look at it and say, oh, look, it's to, Lena Price. All right, Ernest Johnson, not a match. Anne Blackwell. Eleanor Foy. David Spielman. These could just be the credits of the people that worked on it for all I know. Shane L. Stevensons. Shane could be a woman's name, but this person did not die in 75. Benjamin Hayward. Nope. Stephen Cummings. Okay, there's some kid here staring at Grandpa's grave.
All right, this is the right date. Looks like her name was Lily Myers. I should try to get a hold of her family.
All right.
I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone. Hey, kid.
Hi, yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh. I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
Hello to Azric, who says, good afternoon, hope your day is going well.
I don't see her.
You must be blind or something.
Back is better.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
The day is going pretty well. The back is 10% better. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a road, but it is better than it was yesterday is the important thing. And Azric, thank you so much for the resubscription. As you can see, we're playing Kathy Rain. We were looking for the identity of a young woman who drowned in 1975, and we just found out that her name is Lily Myers, I think it was. And now we're going to go try to get in touch with her family to dredge up their pain.
Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different. Conwell Springs. I never thought I'd return to this place.
I don't really know why I'm getting involved with this kid.
I should go look for his mother.
Okay. Hey, kid, which way did your mom go?
A family? No reason.
There are very few places to look for his mom.
I shouldn't leave while that kid is alone.
Okay. Ooh, dun dun dun.
Kid? Guess he found his mom.
If you say so. Okay. Bobby Bless says the commentary makes the game good. I'm glad for it, because I'm enjoying the mystery of it so far. Also, do we think there's any possibility that Sheriff Truman, remember how like he was the cop in charge for whatever happened back in 70 and 81? Is that a Twin Peaks reference? Because the sheriff name in that television series was also Sheriff Truman. So we went to the cemetery. I guess we could look up the Myers family on the phone book back at Grandma's.
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but I'll need a full name.
Okay. So I guess I'd have to go... Oh, I can go back to the police station and look through the files now that I know her name. But let's see if we can get in touch with Charles Wade, because I didn't think to do this before.
Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but being rich and famous and all, I guess he's got a hidden number. No hit for Wade Industries either, but it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way. All right, got it.
Oh. Wait, what page is our dorm room phone number on? Where did that get written down? So I don't think that I can look up in the phone book either Cocky or Incident in 81, but why not try?
Nah, nothing like that in here. Nope, couldn't find it.
Okay. So, wait, but... Where was that phone number written down? Is there like another page to this? Stun gun, cigarette, Zippo lighter, church brochure. She has like another page to her notebook where she writes down phone numbers. That's frustrating. Maybe when we click on this, she'll bring it up? Ah, okay, so that's how we get to it. So let's call and check in with Eileen. We've been gone like a whole day.
Hi, this is Eileen speaking.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Oh, hi, what's up?
Actually, I don't have much of anything for you. We might as well try everything. Like, what's the value in not talking about these things?
Too complicated to explain over the phone. I'll fill her in about it later.
I'm trying to find this guy, but all I have is his nickname, Cocky.
Well, what do you know about the guy?
Not much. I think he was in the Air Force and served with Grandpa.
Maybe you could try to find somebody in the Air Force who knew him then?
Yeah, that might be worth a shot.
Okay, so I'm getting the sense that maybe this is a hint line, like a phone a friend. We've called up Eileen. She's playing the part of friend. Not really, but we're pretending that she's our friend. And maybe she gives us leads on, like, a little bit of a nudge, and I don't want to talk to her about these things, because, like, let's go see if we can solve it ourselves. We got a lead to follow up on already.
Okay, gotta go. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Okay, now, there was one other phone that I could call, the Air Force Base.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Do you recognize the aviator call sign Cocky?
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
The billionaire. He was stationed at McConnell?
He was, up until the point when he founded Wade Industries in the 60s.
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you could make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
Oh, can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
I don't feel like any of these things are gonna get me what I want. If we plead with him, we definitely cannot pretend to be a cop afterwards.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
Nice try. You know what caller ID is? You can clearly see that you're not calling from the station. Goodbye.
Damn, I can't pull that off if I call from here.
That poor plant. So much caffeine. Okay, we now have 2 reasons to go to the police station. We just have to hope that that guy isn't still on duty when we call from the police station, or else he might think it's a little bit weird that the same lady is calling him from 2 different numbers about the same topic. Barbara says, call the military and pretend to be a cop. What could go wrong? Oh my god, you guys, I'm not even kidding. I think the plant looks sicker. Doesn't it look worse than it did? It wasn't all brown before, was it?
Good idea, but...
Okay, go away. Okay, well, they're not going to notice you now. Blah, blah, blah is confirming. Yeah, it didn't look so bad. Also, just the amount of, like, how many pots of coffee can you fit into that size planter before it's just overflowing onto the ground? All right, so there is a phone in here, but before we go making crank calls to the military, which might bring some sort of response, we wanted to look through the police reports from Myers.
Okay, there's gotta be something in here about Lily Myers' death. Okay, what do we have here?
All right, so July 14th, 75, 5:18 a.m., emergency services are called by a resident near Conwell Lake who reports that a young female, approximately 16 years old, has been found dead floating in the water, presumably drowned in the lake. 7:14, so later that day, about half an hour-ish, officers... it really wants to scroll around. Officers arrive at the scene, EMT is en route, delayed by fog. The body is... So, it was foggy that day. Like, that may be an important detail. The body is fully clothed and there is no apparent signs of foul play. Incident declared as a likely accident. A sweep of the residence reveals a suicide note matching the victim's handwriting. Witnesses report earlier mental health problems. At 7:26 rather, EMT finally arrives. The girl is declared dead by medical personnel and transported to the city morgue. At 7:16, so 2 days later, coroner's report received. Cause of death is determined to be drowning. No exterior signs of struggle. Suicide confirmed. How do you... I'm not looking for a detail. Like, suicide by lake seems a little bit difficult. To me, of all the ways that you could off yourself...
Looks like somebody did a Virginia Woolf. I wonder if there's more to it.
Yeah, I doubt that they keep all the evidence here. Okay, and did I get, like, a police file about that? I did, okay. So I can ask around about this, but I don't know, like... Grandma's not going to know about it. The kid at the cemetery isn't going to know about it. The bum isn't going to know about it. Or more specifically, I can't show him the note because Kathy just grumbles about giving things to criminals. And the cops aren't going to like the fact that I've got their report. So let's phone the Air Force Base now.
Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Hey, do you have a very, very poor short-term memory?
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has a...
Is there any way you could make an exception?
Oh, can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
All right, pretend to be a cop.
I do have official business.
I can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
I feel like disregarding his doubts, like the more we talk about it, the more likely she is to slip up.
Contacting Mr. Wade is crucial to an ongoing investigation. I can't divulge any details at this time, but I'm going to need that number right away.
I don't believe you. Put the sheriff on.
Crap.
Oh, man. So, do we just try again, and this time, like try to put him on the defensive?
McConnell Air Force Base.
Hi.
Sure thing.
I'm trying.
I'm sorry.
Is there any...
Okay.
All right, pretend to be a cop. Okay, so we can threaten to report him. I'm going to try to put him on the defensive. We'll accuse him of sexism.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just because I'm a woman, right? Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now that's hardly what...
Do you have any idea what I have to go through every day? Nobody takes me seriously. The dirty looks, the sexual innuendos,
Relax, okay? I'll check the files. It's 555-7641.
Thanks, buddy.
Not a big fan of solving that puzzle by that, but moving on. All right, so let's call Mr. Wade, and I feel like we're gonna have an easier time getting through if we call from the police phone.
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But...
This conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
What a stuck-up, overclass witch. Well, she hasn't heard the last from me. I'm going to talk to that old man one way or another.
Okay, so we have a phone number for Charles Wade. It doesn't do us any good right now. And we have a police report about Lily Myers. I don't know what this... Right. I don't know what the police report gets us.
Hey.
Hi there.
No, still the same thing.
Okay.
See ya.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
I don't need to ask him that now.
I guess the name Lily Myers wouldn't mean anything to him. Grandma might know it.
Gotta go.
Like, that might sort of jog her memory. I think she was the one who said, oh, it started with L something. Oh, and he's not going to know anything about Lily Myers, but we'll again, we happen to be here.
I don't need to ask.
All right, and I can't. Showing him the police report is not gonna endear him to us. So,
Good.
Or endear us to him. Also, just so everybody knows, double clicking does not run or anything like that. Like this is the gate at which she moves. All right, let's go ask Grandma about Lily Myers.
Oh. There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
Yeah, now we have, like, the full family name, so I bet we can look them up in the phone book.
Bye, Grandma.
So long.
Blah, blah, blah is saying what I was thinking, that, like, drowning yourself might be a bit hard because you know, everybody's going to have a natural inclination not to die. That's why people, like, throw themselves off of... I feel like this is getting awfully dark, so I will move on. But yeah, like, it's just... I guess they had the suicide note. It's just mechanically, it would make me very suspicious. All right.
Found an address.
Okay. I guess we're not going to call them. We're just going to stop by. Hey, I know you don't know me, but I had questions about the terrible, heart-wrenching tragedy that your family went through like 20 years ago. Do you mind if I come inside? Okay, here we go. Lakeside Cabin. I think Mia would have some feedback on this motorcycle. Oh, there's a thermometer and a window. Let's look inside.
I can see someone moving inside. 55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully.
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child. Goodbye.
Jab is saying that in real life he would see if the Air Force Base had a museum or at least a historian. Yeah, somebody who might know the history of the base and any people that were there. That's a good idea, not one that had occurred to me and not one that appears open to us. Gosh, is there somebody else that we could ask about Kaki? Somebody that we haven't asked already. Nothing that comes to mind.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know.
Huh, you again.
Oh, okay. Well, so let's be ready. So what do we want to ask Sue about? We can ask about the small key. You know what? We should probably, I feel awful doing this, but we should probably just cut straight to it. Can you take a look at this police report?
Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise.
Oh, what if the key...
Looks like there's a small dock with a couple of boats. I don't have a reason to go down there.
I was going to say, what if the key goes to, like, a boat? All right, guys, I need to pause for just a minute. I will be right back. If you can just hold on, I will be right back. Right, and hopefully through the magic of editing, we will have excised that dead air, and it only seemed like a blink to people watching in the VOD. So, I don't know what the thermometer is supposed to mean, aside from like a little bit of color. We went to some efforts to get here. I think we're going to show her the police report. I don't know how this is going to help us.
Won't you ever give up?
Marquardt, thank you so much for the cheer. Hold on. Oh, that's... Yeah, she just slammed the door in our phone. So, I thought there was something we could ask her about. Marquardt, thank you very, very much for the cheer. We are checking out Kathy Rain. We just made it to Lakeside Cabin, where the mother of... It is mother, right? Of Lily Myers is. What, if anything, am I supposed to ask this woman about?
Something was special about that girl. I just know it. Charles Wade. I don't know how, but I will talk to you one way or another. I don't have anything to say about that. I don't have anything to say. I wonder who this cocky person really is, and why he needed Grandpa's help so desperately.
All right, this might seem weird. I want to listen to what's on the dictaphones again, specifically the one that we... Wait, why not? Okay. Let me roll this back. We've learned a lot about the voices on the tape now, and I want to hear them again. Jab says the other thing would be to look at his DD-214, a record of his service, and is a legal document you need to claim benefits. And Jab, I'm curious, would that be something like somebody posing as a police officer would be able to get? Like, I guess at issue is that they might have to mail it to her in '96 or whatever. That might take a while to arrive, but it would be something to look up.
You've reached the Rain residence. Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
That really seems like it's Kathy's mom.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
So, I mean, that puts to bed the idea that Charles is cocky. They're two completely separate voices on the tape. And then on the other tape is just... What was on the other tape?
Note to self.
Oh, right.
I just don't want her to with Sharon anyway. I'm getting close to... I have a promising new theory.
Okay, there's nothing new for us in there. So...
Just go away.
Oh, derp. Okay, I could just click on her. I'm not leaving until I get some answers. And we'll be here until you're here to talk to me. I deserve a few moments of your time. I'm not sure if that's going to get through to her, but if we make it clear that the cost of ignoring us is going to be worse than the cost of talking to us, then that might get some compliance.
I'm still here and will be until you agree to talk to me.
Enjoy a night curled up in the leaves, then.
Lady, I'm going to steal all your cigarette butts, and how are you going to feel about it then?
Stop it!
I'm not leaving until I get some answers.
Bite me!
Okay, you need to open the door for that to happen, though.
Huh, you again.
I deserve a few moments of your time.
What you deserve is a slap in the face.
Okay, so, like, can I have this open when I talk to her? I'm not sure that I have enough time to get in here.
Won't you?
Oh, no, hold on.
I'm not leaving.
Bite!
Okay, hold on.
Just go.
Something was special.
No? Wade? No. Okay, so she just thinks in her own head about this. Is there something that I can... Oh! You don't possibly think I should stun gun her. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I could offer a cigarette.
Somebody...
Stop!
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. I suppose one smoke can hurt.
I really did not think that was gonna work.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my, oh now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
And talk about
Now,
my
that's an
dead daughter.
understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside? Now, this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy.
Hey, Nathan.
What you doing, big fella?
Drawing.
Oh yeah? What are you drawing?
The nice red man.
You mean Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Now, what did I say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Don't mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his, just like his sister.
Also, Jab is saying that the file would be somewhere in his personnel records for sure. It's not something that you throw away. Like I said, it's an important document and it gets used. Okay. So I do want to look around before I talk to them.
Nice view of the lake from here. Very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem.
What's the common belief about owls being more than they seem?
Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan.
I do want to underscore something that Drienne said earlier, but for real kids, don't smoke. Don't. Just don't. All right, so we can talk to Nathan. Well, let's see if he has anything more to say about the nice red man.
He's stuck in his own little world.
All right. Painting.
Nice painting. It's signed LM.
I wonder if that's Lily Myers.
I can smell something cooking.
Like, conservation of character says that
by
it
the looks
is,
of it,
but
they're fairly common in Conwell Woods.
it's not jump to conclusions, jump to assumptions on Detective
I can smell
Game.
something cooking.
All right.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks.
What do you want to bet Charles Wade is about 70 these days?
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces looked like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, Antidepressants, nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And, well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
You know, I've been through something similar. My mom. She never killed herself, but, well, she came close.
That's a damn shame. I heard about her problems. Is she doing any better now?
Better isn't the word I'd use. I had to put her in a place where she couldn't hurt anyone, including herself.
Yeah, life ain't easy for any of us. Flip a few coins along the way, and I could have ended up somewhere like that myself. I'm awfully sorry things went that way for you, Ma. Anyhow.
Thanks, Sue. Taking it one step at a time.
I'm definitely picking up on why they could have concluded suicide, because it wasn't like she just one day turned up dead. Like, apparently there was a history of sort of like emotional distance and being by herself, and this many years later, how much of this is being backfilled as justification for what happened as opposed to what was believed at the time. But it does feel like it didn't just suddenly spring out of nowhere, right? So it's filling in that part of it.
Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
I heard he likes to collect art.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
I don't know why she would know anything about the Air Force Base or these other things, but, well, incident in 81. Myers died in 75. I vaguely lost track of what the incident was in 81.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather?
Oh.
How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Right.
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Wait, sorry, I feel like I missed something there at the end.
Do you know?
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Wait, came here like the town, which doesn't make very much sense since it feels like the Rains were an established presence here in the town, or came here to the lakeside cabin, which... Oh, right, because she did say that he stopped by and talked to her. Okay. Yeah, I got so invested in, like, the tale of Lily Myers that I vaguely forgot about the incident in 81, so that took a second. Hello to Ricardinho! Ricardinho, I hope you're continuing to enjoy Chapter 3 of Fortnite. We were in there and lurking the other day when you were playing. Seems like it's gotten, like, a lot of rejuvenated interest.
I don't need to ask her about that.
Yeah, no, she doesn't know anything about the Air Force Base.
I don't need to ask her about that.
Okay, are there any items that we want to ask her about? We already shared the cigarettes. BH. No. I mean, I'll show it to her. I don't know what she would know about BH.
No reason to show her that.
Right. I could ask her about the church brochure.
What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
Why? Okay. We're just gonna move right on past why Nathan needs the fear of God put into him. We could try to show her the police reports?
No reason to show her that.
No. Alright,
No reason to show her that. No reason.
Okay. I didn't know if we could play a tape for her. She's not going to care about that. We might as well just click on everything, right? Like, why play it light? Drienne, thank you very, very much. And Ricardo is saying, yay, a whole new map. Map is a big win, but they put in some weak shotguns. Oh, dear. Hey, they might get buffed or rebalanced.
No reason to. Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks. Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
Ding. Okay, so that's why we go through every last thing. So let's show her the newspaper clipping. Hey, do you remember that time your daughter died?
I'd rather just ask her about her daughter directly.
Yeah. Do you recognize this key?
Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
No reason to. I'd rather just ask.
Yeah, okay. So that's everything. That's every topic of conversation and every item that I have, with the possible exception of putting this microcassette into the dictaphone to play it for her. And as far as we know, we cannot do that.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
It's getting late. I should head back to the city.
Oh, there we go. Day 1 of the investigation.
Hey, you're still up.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
I'll figure something out better. Some shut-eye is the plan. I'm about to pass out. I'm gonna go with the middle one. I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him. And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
Oh, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Cat. Hey, Kathy, wake up!
Ugh, you are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
That night, Kathy dreams.
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
Huh. So what we know about Kathy's mom is that she's emotionally and or mentally unstable. Kathy made reference to making sure that she didn't hurt others or herself. Let's go with it's my choice to make. She just said it's the law, though. like, this is true, but also, like, I'm making some assumptions about what the topic is here, but if it's the law, then simply insisting it's my choice to make is not going to change the fact that it's the law. But if we could appeal to her humanity and say, look, just forget to do that. You forget a million things every day. Make sure this is one of them.
Nobody has to know. Just pretend it slipped your mind. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
Ugh, I hate that dream. I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too. Nah.
For a heartbeat, I thought that we would have to go to class. Okay, so that seems like a really good place to save it. We're going to go to, let's call this start of day 2. And that was a very promising look at Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain. I knew I was going to do that eventually. That was a very promising starting look at Kathy Rain. I learned during the years that I played all the various Zelda games that I've played that if I'm going to go into one of the temples in Zelda, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to play all the way through that temple. If you've not played a Zelda game, in Legend of Zelda, they are often broken up into, like, you're going to start a temple and you're going to go through a series of puzzle rooms that will involve getting some sort of new piece of gear and then solve the remainder of that temple using that piece of gear. And I always decided, I learned very early on not to save in the middle of that because then I would have trouble remembering where I'd left off. So I wanted to make sure that we got a chance to play until a natural stopping point, and I think that the start of day 2 is a really good pick. So what are we going to do when we come back from Kathy Rain? Number 1, we want to try to, like, fix up the bright photograph. Number 2, we're going to continue trying to get in touch with Charles Wade, and it seems like Eileen might have some ideas on that, and probably a couple other things that we picked up from the Elder Myers. But with that, what we're going to do is a little bit of a change of pace. We're not ending the stream here. We are going to hit quit to menu. And this is going to be where one episode ends and another one begins. So if you are here for what I now expect to be episode 1 of Kathy Rain, we will be back soon for episode 2, possibly as early as tomorrow. A big thanks to Drienne for being on station just in case I got terribly stuck. We were prepped to do some yes-no questions, but steady progress so far. And I expect that we will see you again as early as tomorrow for some more Kathy Rain.